Okay, it is video number 2 for Tuesday night, and the Raptor bed liner spray is done, and I'm going to show you that. I only took one bottle of it, which is great. It's frustrating when you have to open a second bottle and then have to force yourself to use it. This went really good, so let's take a look at what I did and why. Okay, give you just a shot here. The owner requested that the bottom of this be done in bed liner spray and then painted body color. So in order to do that, you can see here, this silvery strip here that you see is actually the pewter. What I did is I had to run another line of 1/4" fine line. And the reason I did that was because I've never done it this way before. I wasn't 100% sure that I could use the same tape line for paint and not have a black edge on that. So this way I know that I'm going to have no issue with coverage on the bed liner spray. And so what? There'll be a clear line there. Big deal. The owner is fine with that. Rather than take a chance in having a black line that we have to do something with later, this way it is completely done. Now I only did it this way on the panels that are not being refinished. So if you look at this door, see, obviously now this door needs to be painted. There will not be a clear line. Not a big deal, right? Okay. And I'll back up here a little bit. I am just going to do from the molding down. This truck's got 170,000, 180, whatever. It's got a lot of miles on it. That little bit of tape line is not going to make a difference. I'm going to roll with the color that we've got. I haven't decided 100% what I'm going to do on these cab corners yet. I may prep that for a clear blend. I might just back tape it, soft edge it, and paint it. Did the same thing on the box here all the way around, and that's actually, I think, going to look really nice. Another thing, if you look here, I don't know if you can really see this or not, I think I messed up my tape line. You can kind of see that almost looks like it dips more down. Well, thankfully, since this is getting painted, if there is a difference once the box is bolted down, that won't be as noticeable. Now if this truck was going to stay pewter with a black bottom, which I've done in the past, it looks nice with black textured flares and such, but then it'd kind of be screwed, because once the truck is together there'd be an obvious line there perhaps, but because this truck is going to get painted, I'm not worried about that. It looks like I maybe could have come up a little bit more, but it's hard to judge with the box up that high, and you know, these lower body lines aren't necessarily even or parallel. So we'll see what it looks like when it gets painted. Now, another great thing about this Raptor bed liner spray is that it is paintable, obviously, with no prep work needed other than make sure that it's clean. It can be recoated with itself, or it can be top coated. It has corrosion protection in it to an extent, so you don't have to get real carried away about, you know, stone chips and shit like that. I'm hoping that my tape line inside the jam is covered well enough. I think I did, and then of course I put my finger in it there unmasking it, so that may show. Whatever, not gonna panic. I'll show you the other side. There's a little bit better lighting over there. But it's well, 10 after 10, and we're done for the night here. I can kind of see here a little bit better maybe with the lighting. This does such a nice job underneath. You know, it just, I don't know, I really like the way this stuff looks. And actually, the shop that I manage, we've actually used this in place of some of the factory Ford Stone Guard, and it's almost an exact match. So that's what I got going on. So tomorrow night, as you see it right now, with the exception of the cab corners, is how it's going to get painted. It's ready to go. I didn't even rebag it because I blew the dust off it, and this stuff being low, it's not a big deal, so it doesn't bother me. Did a little bit of a hack job here on the tailgate. This was completely like smashed down here, and the tailgate molding wouldn't fit. So again, per customer request, make the thing fit, blow some paint on it so it's covered, and done. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, it's not like it's an insurance job or something, you know, that you got paid to replace the gate and didn't, you know. Everything looks really good. I don't know if you can see over here, you know, these back behind the wheels are really prone to getting stone chipped and stuff, and probably can't see that at all. Apologize. Just does a nice job cleaning everything up. Another reason why I went with painting it instead of leaving it black is this particular truck has painted flares and chrome moldings. A lot of these GM trucks 99 up had a factory black grained flare, and then it's fine to leave it black on the bottom because it kind of ties in with the moldings and the door handles and whatever. But this kind of was a spin-off idea from the last Duramax I did, if you remember, doing the two-tone on that one where we did the bottom sport red. The truck was a darker gray. We did the bottom sport red with the Raptor. We painted over the Raptor because we did a two-tone. This is a spin-off idea of that because we didn't want to two-tone this truck. Another thing too is that this Raptor product is actually available, let me spin it around here, is actually available in a tintable, which means you can put your base coat in it, a certain percentage, and it will tint it to the color that you want it. I've mentioned it before, but I'll say it again. That works only with solid colors, unless you are going to do some kind of a test panel and waste a bottle of product. If you use it on, say, like a color like this, without adding more black to that bottle, you're going to end up with a beige color. It's not going to match. It's just not. I've tried it with the blues, I've tried it with reds, I've tried it with the pewter. It works perfect for, you know, solid red, white, black. Obviously we'd use black then, but so if you're going to use this product, I can show it to you. If you're going to use that product, just keep in mind what you want your results to be. If you want it to be color matched, you might as well plan to paint it and just get the black stuff. That's the product right there. It's made by U-Pole, and it said one gigantical bottle here. That bottle, which is I don't know how many ounces, whatever, did the whole bottom of this truck. Now, if I were going to do insides of doors, I would have ran out. I had just enough to give this one real good coat and then a light drop coat, basically just to kind of get the texture evened out. And with painting this too, another bonus is that if you do have a light area where you maybe didn't get it covered as well, it's going to get painted. So there's no chance of an issue of having a light looking spot when you're done. So yeah, that's my evening, and I want to tell you guys, I'm going to say we're done at 10 o'clock. We started at about 6:30. I'm keeping track of my hours on this job, even though it's technically, I'm not getting paid for my time. We'll say it was 3.5 again, so I got 67 hours in this job right now. 67 hours. Typically this job takes between 60 and 80 hours, so I'm actually ahead of the ball a little bit. I do have to paint it yet. That'll be another evening. I'm thinking I'm going to be right around the 75-hour mark, because I do have to put the box back on, throw the wheels back on, go underneath and decide what I'm going to do with the inner rockers, if I'm going to clean them up and paint them, or if I'm going to just spray some anti-corrosion primer on it, or undercoat it. I really hate the look of undercoating, so I probably won't do that. Unmask. We got some other trinkets to put back on. Do a brush touch on everything else. So I'm thinking 75-ish. Right? Is that right? Am I thinking right? Yeah, probably 75 hours. Yeah, so we'll see how it comes out. But I mean, you know, you guys do the math in your head. You know, what do you charge for a job like this? Are you winning? Yes. You know, this is a barter job for me. So I feel I'm doing okay on it, because I mean, I'm not mechanical enough to rebuild an engine or a transmission. And if I had to pay somebody to do that, or buy a crate engine and then buy all the pieces to go on it, I'd be looking at, you know, $3,000. So even if you figure, if you pay yourself $20 an hour, you know, I'm ahead. You know, I'm ahead. I feel I'm ahead. But this is a no cash exchange thing other than material and parts. So, you know, something to think about when you guys quote these jobs, or you're going to do one for yourself. What's it worth? What's it worth to you to do it? You know, when we have customers at the shop that I manage come in and want this kind of work done, and I tell them between $4,000 and $5,000, you know, they freak out, or, oh my God, I can't spend that, the truck's not worth that. Well, you know, I understand that. You know, on a half-ton truck, early 2000s, yeah, they're probably not worth that. But realize, dirty work, dangerous work. You're welding, you're grinding, you're messing with somewhat of the structure, not really, but you know, you're taping multiple times, you're sanding multiple times, you're grinding, you know, it's a shit job. It can go both ways. Some guys say, well, that's too much money, I'm not going to spend that, I'll put it towards a new truck. Some guys say, I can't replace the truck for $4,000. Do it. You know, hey, great, that's perfect. And we do it this exact same way. Depending on what options and how severe some of the rust is, sometimes we don't do anything with the rest of the bottom of the truck and just do it like we're doing here. But usually they get the cab corner rockers, door bottom treatment, and then we usually either add flares if it doesn't have them, just because usually they're rotted out over the wheel wells if they don't have flares. So that's my 2 cents for the evening, and it's getting to be a little bit later here for a work night. But you know, didn't pay to not do this tonight for the little. I mean, it literally took me like 5 minutes to spray this. It took me 3 hours to prep it and get it ready. But look at all this space I got here now. Look at that. No doors on stands. Yay! So I'm slowly getting my shop back here, guys, which is very exciting. After this truck is gone and out of here, I will be spending at least a night in here cleaning, wiping cobwebs, blowing things off, getting this thing completely cleaned, wash the floors, and get it clean enough that I am satisfied with it. And probably start messing with some shelving in my warehouse building, and got some things to do in the house to get ready for the baby. Got to bring the crib back up from the basement and put it together, and bring some totes up with baby clothes and sort those, and you know, do those kinds of things, because obviously my wife isn't doing any heavy lifting right now. She's about 6 months, a little over 6 months pregnant. So in 3 months we're gonna have a new baby. So that's pretty cool. Really excited about that. So yeah, I've kind of blabbed quite a bit tonight, but I wanted to show you what I got done. Made huge progress here in the last week. I'm gonna get this thing sprayed tomorrow night, and then I'll probably gonna let it sit for a few days. And next week we buttoning this thing up. So as always, thanks for the views, thanks for the comments. That's like the highlight of my day most of the times, to see comments from you guys. So please let me know what you think, and you know, feel free to personal message me and tell me what you're working on, or tell me what your ideas are, what your thoughts are, because it's just cool to share those things. And again, you guys, if you have any license plates, I'll be willing to trade you Wisconsin license plates if you have any of the states that I'm missing. Look back at my other videos. I think it was maybe in the upper teens of this series that I was looking for license plates. So otherwise, if you want a Wisconsin license plate, let me know. Depending on where you're from, maybe we can trade a plate. So okay, that's enough bullshit talking for tonight. I gotta get in the house and get a shower and get a few hours of sleep, or try to. But hope you guys are enjoying the series. There's gonna be, who knows, I don't know, a handful more videos on it, and then there might be a break coming up for me, or maybe we can get on these 56 parts. That would be fantastic. We'll see. Catch you next time, guys. Have a good evening, and see you next time. Bye bye.